session, a wonderful intro talk organized by The Art of Living with Dr. Ria Jagasia. And just a quick intro about Dr. Ria. She's a practicing physiotherapist, Sri Sri Meru Chikitsa practitioner. Also, she's a certified CST practitioner and orthopedic manual therapist as well. So basically, she's into a lot of healing and she's quite experienced with that. And before we begin the session, we hand over to Dr. Ria. We would do at the end of the session, we'll do a live Q&A. We'll address all your medical conditions and whatever queries you have. So hang on till the end, and we'll just hand over to Dr. Ria now.
All right. Thank you so much, Anuranjan. It's been a pleasure, organizing this talk. I mean, it's great that we've got such a great response as well. And so, yes, in collaboration with the Art of Living, this has been my first time giving this webinar. Also, previously done it for Pinkathon, marathon runners, as well as different companies, different pharma companies, to help them out with their work from home protocols or, how to help them out sitting at home and managing it better. Yes, for sure that I will be addressing each and I'll be addressing all the medical conditions possible. If you guys still have queries, you can wait till the end and I will personally address them. What I would first want to begin with essentially is that what is the right position to sit on a couch, or what is the right or comfortable position to be sitting on your chair. And also I will be addressing certain psychological reasons giving those pains, because there is a very very close connect, in fact 100% connect between the mind and the body, as we know. So my first activity or my first exercise is going to be for your neck issues. So let's start from top to bottom and let me know how you feel. You can keep commenting in the comment section. I will be happy to, at least get a thumbs up if you're able to understand. If you're not able to understand, please message in the comment section below. All right, the first one that I'm going to start with is your cervical neck issues. What happens is that most of us are, bending down and sitting down this way, or, holding the phones this way, or our laptops are not 90 degrees from our eyes, so it has to be completely straight this way. And we're holding the laptops down, or, we're just kind of bending too much of our neck. What happens is, each degree that you bend your neck, each degree that your angle takes, so this is my straight posture. If I even do this is a 10-degree low. This 10-degree low adds as much as 10 kilos of weight on your neck. Yes, the pressure is 10 kgs on your neck. So it's not nice to have your neck down, and each 10-degree angle is going to add 10, 20, 30 kgs on your neck. So be careful. See that you're placing your laptops and cameras at 90 or a bit above 90, because what's going to happen is that if it's a little above your eye level, you will have your neck up like this. If you have it lower, you're again going to strain the neck, again going to add the weight on your neck. Okay, so very very simple exercise for those who have a forward neck. What I mean by forward neck is, when you're sitting this way, when you see yourself in the mirror, you see that your neck is this and not backwards. It's this way, it's forward. So you see that there's a curve in the neck. There is a curve that is formed in the neck. That curve is not good. It is an indication of you having a forward neck posture. Okay. Now the very interesting part, psychological aspect of this is, having issues in your cervical, or you call it cervical spondylosis. So the upper cervical regions, if you have a neck pain in, it means that you're wanting to control. There is something that's going off control and which you're wanting to control, and hence you have that upper cervical neck pain. The lower cervical neck pain is because there are some emotions stuck. Okay, so the connect, I gave you a physical connect, I gave you the physical response to this, and I also gave you the reason, the emotional reason why you are facing such a problem. Okay, let's go down to your shoulders. Now how your shoulders should be placed is, you can easily take a pillow on your lap so that you can relax your shoulders. If you're kind of holding it up this way, if you're holding your phone up this way without a support, again we are going to strain right here. If you're holding your laptop up and your shoulders are going this way, it's not comfortable. After a certain point of time you may not realize, but you'll have a lot of stiffness in the neck. Again, very very closely connected to your neck. So please be careful that you are relaxing your shoulders, sitting lightly. In between, when you're working around on your laptop, you can just shrug and loosen, and shrug and loosen. But the important part is to maintain the shrug. Okay, see, just doing the movement is just going to increase the blood circulation and, you know, just kind of increase the movement there. But if you really want to let that shoulder get loose, contract, count for 10 seconds, and then relax. Okay, that certain contraction, that extra contraction causes the muscle to hold for a longer time. So when the relaxation comes in, it's quite lighter. You will find a difference when you're just doing light or when you're just doing a hold position. Okay, now shoulders. Okay, shoulders are very important. You also may find that if you're having a high stressful job or you're having a lot of anxiety, your shoulders catch up. Your shoulder gets locked, your neck can't complete the range of motion, you can't even look up and down. It's very important. It's very impossible, in fact, actually, for you guys to, you know, be able to do a complete range of motion. Or, you know, you may just find that, oh my god, if I just touch my shoulders, it feels like it's like a mountain. It's just like high up here, it's tight and it is painful. So just see to it that, you know, in the times that you have that shoulder pain, you do the shoulder shrugs and see how that works out for you and let me know about the same. Okay, very important thing about the shoulder I want to mention is the frozen shoulder condition. What happens is a lot of women are facing this issue, and I have about at least 50 to 60% of my patients who are with another condition suffering from a frozen shoulder as well. What happens is frozen shoulder I have found in about 80% of my patients relating to some issues with the delivery. Yeah, I know it sounds very different, but yeah, if you have faced an issue while delivering your child or you know, post the delivery if you've had to face any trauma, or pre-delivery if you've had to face any trauma, yeah, it's you know, the frozen shoulder is quite there. One advice to people who have frozen shoulder, it'll work 100 and 110% for you guys, is to just measure your hand length down from your shoulder, find this one particular point which is really, really painful, and massage it with your knuckles for 1 minute. It's essential that you do it for a minute so that all the shoulder muscles lighten. You will at least find a 20 to 30 degree range increase. Okay, that is an important aspect. Please follow through and you will definitely find a difference. Let's go to the hands and wrist. Again, supporting your hands and wrist is important because this part of the wrist is the first thing that gets hurt. It's the first thing that kind of, you know, the muscles, the ligament over here, they kind of get tightened up here. And what happens because of that is you develop a very simple condition known as the carpal tunnel syndrome. The name is complicated and so is the condition. Please do not ignore the numbness or the tingling sensations in your hands, because that may also indicate the carpal tunnel syndrome. What happens with that is that particular compression in your wrist will, you know, the solution is like you have to keep doing a lot of physiotherapy, keep stretching the muscle, the tendon and everything. If the grade increases, you may have to take a surgical way out. So please be careful. Again, the wrist and the hands are holding on to some past memory. Some past. I'll give you a simple example. It actually happened with me only. I was talking to a friend about something that, you know, that was something about my past, about my family. And I mean, you know, that was something that I found not so pleasant. And then I thought, okay, you know, just let me think what was the reason that the wrist causes pain, what is the psychological reason. And yeah, I remembered I was just talking to my friend about that history and that wrist pain occurred. So sometimes just bringing the awareness to that place with what memory you were thinking of automatically releases it off from that joint, automatically releases it from wherever you're facing the pain. Okay, let's go to the next. Okay, so the hand and wrist, very simple exercise I'm going to teach you. Those people suffering from neck pain that is radiating to the hand, please do this exercise. A lot of you may have, you know, a lot of physios actually miss giving you this. So please do this exercise. It's simple. Just keep your hand on the wall this way and just turn your neck on the opposite side. So this is the position. Whichever side you're facing this on, you will find that after 30 seconds, when you relax your hand down, you will find that your hand is now having more circulation. You are feeling, just 10 seconds later, you may just feel, oh my god, there's some pain coming in, but that's a good pain. That is because your nerve is getting stretched from both the ends. So the nerve begins from here and ends to your wrist. So see that you do this exercise and you'll find great relief with that. Okay, let's go to the next one. let's go to the upper back. Okay, now the upper back is something, okay, now I'm not going to tell you the exercises specifically for the upper, middle and lower back, not completely, because there is a lot of deviation and there is a lot of detail in all of this. But I'm going to just help you so that your whole spine is remaining straight. You know, I'm not going to be able to give you each and every exercise, but I'm just going to make sure that from up, middle and lower your back remains straight. So now what I want you guys to do is to bring in a towel. Okay, just bring in a towel as quickly as you can. What I want you guys to do is to roll it this way, tight roll it. Okay, I'm going to take my phone a bit lower. What I want you to start doing with the towel is to remember to place it right here at the back. Okay, now I don't want it lower and I don't want it up. I want it right here, right where there is the S curve in your back. Okay, once you put the towel here, you will see that your spine remains straight. If you put the towel up, you will still slouch. If you put the towel lower, you will still slouch. But if it is right in the curve where you have that S, your spine will remain straight. Okay, what you can do is just put it this way and sit back on your chair. You will immediately find that your lower back is in a better position. You will immediately find relief. You will be like, oh my god, you know, why didn't I apply this earlier? Like, I mean, I know you're going to thank me for this. So just put this at the lower back and you're going to be absolutely comfortable for whichever place you're sitting at. If you have any lower back issues, if you have slip disc issues, please, please, please go and do this, okay? All right. Now the lower back is also pertaining to, so for men specifically, it's been seen that lower back issues are something to do with finances. Yes, I know a lot of men will be facing this issue right now. You know, either they are thinking about the finances or, you know, that's why I'm also having a lot of patients with lower back pain, at least men. And women, usually it's because of something that's not working right with their relationship. In their mind, something is not okay with some relationship that's happening. So for men and women, the differentiation. The upper back is something related to lacking of emotional support. So if you face an upper back pain, it's because of lacking of emotional support. Your mid back is because of your guilt. Some guilt that's troubling you. Yeah, you are going to face a little bit of a mid back pain issue. But what will happen is when you keep the towel this way, a lot of you may find that it's relieving your upper and middle back as well. Because what happens, our spine has a curve this way. So when you support this part, automatically they align. All the other bones, all the other vertebrae align. It's like bricks on bricks. Our vertebrae are like bricks on bricks. Okay, so if you just align one brick properly, automatically in that same line, the upper part of the spine will align itself. So make sure that you use this technique and you'll find a lot of relief in that. Okay, let's go down to sitting. Okay, I know a lot of you are facing this issue about having a particular point butt pain, or you know, you're having a particular ache which is not at the central of the spine. You're facing it right here, it's down, it's right here or on this. So these two parts of your lower back is paining a lot. These 2 points in your lower back is paining a lot. That is mostly because of long sitting or long standing postures. Again, simple solution with a towel. What you're going to do is just to fold the towel. Instead of rolling it, you take another one and you fold the towel. So you make it like a block, okay, and you sit on it. So what you're going to do is, you're going to place it at the back of your chair and you're going to be sitting on it. Okay. So if you sit like that on it, what happens is, but you're not going to sit completely on the whole thing. You're not going to be keeping it at front. It's going to be completely behind, because what happens is, if you're going to keep it completely till here, the length of your legs will be up. Okay, the length of your legs will be up. So I'm going to show you how this goes. If you're sitting with a towel this way, your feet, your legs angle themselves down. But if you're going to keep this in completion, your knees will be up. They have to be down and they will be up like this. So see to it that you have that support at the lower back, that support in completely behind, so that you can tuck your butt completely at the back of the chair. Okay. Important exercise, follow through important sitting posture. Can I have a thumbs up? Whoever's following, can I have a thumbs up in the comment section? If you're able to follow through. Okay, all right, moving on further. Knees. Knees are, what happens with knees is that after a certain age, you kind of start developing osteoarthritis. Okay, I've got a lot of likes right now. Thank you everyone. Okay, let's go further with the knees. What happens is, knee holds on to the emotion of ego, uh, it also holds on to something. If your right knee starts paining, it's an emotion with your father. Either he's facing a health issue, or you're having some emotional issues with your father. Your left knee indicates something with your mom. It indicates something that either she's facing a health issue that's troubling you, or you're having a issue with your mom. Okay, also with your children, because the term like I won't bend my knees on this is because you understand that you don't want to give up, you don't want your ego to fall back on that. So ego, pride, everything is related to your knees. So we often find that when you're dealing with those kind of issues, you start having those knee pains. Now exercises with the knee is very, very simple. Again, use a towel, make a roll out of it. Okay, and you're going to place it under your knee. I'm going to show you right now. You're going to place it under your knee this way on the bed. What you're going to do is just lift it up straight, down, and just lifting it up straight. Do this exercise for about 10 counts and do it 3 times each. So 10 counts and 3 times each will help you release that particular osteoarthritic pain, or that particular knee pain you have been facing, or the pain that comes up at the knee joint. And those of you who also have a lot of fluid filling up in the knee joint, this is a great exercise for you guys. All right, let's go to the last part of our the series, that is the ankles. Now again, ankles, you will find a lot of people who have a lot of pedal edema. Pedal edema is the filling up of the fluid in the ankle. Now filling up of fluids anywhere in the body is hanging up on your emotions. Anywhere that you find, okay, my body is filling up, or it's bloating, or it's finding a lot of fluid that is entering into your body, it is because of the fact that you're storing up emotions. So be careful that you don't just solve it physically, but look into the matter a bit further. All right, and I'm going to show you a calf stretch by the end of it, because I'm going to have to adjust my cam. So I will definitely show you once we are at the end of the talk. Yeah, Anuranjan, you can take over.
So that's quite interesting. I never knew that simple pain in the hand, I would feel that I've just lifted
Yeah.
something too heavy or something. So it's actually linked with emotions. So
Yes.
that is quite a wonder moment. So
Yes.
basically, about this emotional aspect that
Yeah.
you're saying, so there is a psychological cause behind each physical pain.
Right.
So, I mean, how do you deal with that? How do you handle the psychological? What do you do, and what do you suggest to your patients as well?
So what happens is, so whatever you've heard of me from now is like how I manage the physical aspect of the pain, right? But what happens is how I manage keeping my mind sane, or how I manage these particular problems psychologically, is by doing the Sudarshan Kriya. Yes, it's been a very essential part of my life. I have been in the art of living myself since when I was 12 years of age, done all the baby courses that were there at that time, and did my Sudarshan Kriya when I was 17. What happens is, I'll give you an example, okay, how the psychology and how the mind this works. Um, it's simple, like how Sudarshan Kriya concentrates on the breath, right? We all know it's a breathing technique. Now, what does the breath do? Suppose I'm having a fight with somebody, okay, and I'm like, they are yelling at me, and they are just venting out at me. If I just observe my breath in that moment, and I don't let it catch on to the other person's breath. So it's a simple term saying breath catches breath. Okay, it's as simple as having to control it that way. So if I observe my breath, I won't react. It'll be an action. So it's very important to see that when we have all these problems in our life, if we have anxiety, we have we are facing stress or anything, if we just bring in that awareness there, it's just bringing in that breath there, automatically because of that breath and that awareness, your life, you'll start seeing things from a different perspective. A very easy, I have to give you this information, in fact, on Ranjan, I read it across, I saw it in a video. So genetics are only 1% controlling your body. Okay, you say now, oh, I have BP because I'm genetically, I have the BP. No, that's not right. It's because you, suppose you and your father, okay, and you've got that genetic BP from your father. You say that, the genetic is from my dad, that BP is from my dad. It's not because of the genetic factor. It is because your father behaved at a certain anger or a certain reaction he gave in life, and you copied the same way how he lives. Okay, so you having the same behavioral pattern as him causes you to have the same diseases as him.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's as simple as how your perception towards things, if it changes, your health, your disease can be changed. Okay, so if you and your father have lived in a different house or are starting to live in a different house, you will find that, okay, those things are not existent anymore. So genetics is actually only 1%, everything else is perception. So my perception changed after doing the Sudarshan Kriya. I've gone through every failure in life, whether it is education, family, or like my own future, my own success. Every failure I've gone through, but Sudarshan Kriya kept me going. It kept me pulling myself back up at the most low times. So yeah, that's how it's helped me out.
Okay. So
And
you
a very
suggest.
important thing, very important thing, your muscular system needs exercise, but your nervous system needs relaxation. It's very important to have the balance of both. Only then your whole system will be able to integrate itself. Yeah,
So it's like so physical workout or physical exercise or the correct posture for the body and meditation and so
absolutely,
yeah for the mind, for the nervous.
absolutely, yes.
All right. So so if we do kriya, if we practice kriya, if we learn this kriya, so we can eliminate all these lifestyle diseases. We can reduce that.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, my own mother is a very big example of this. She's suffering an asthma condition from her childhood. She used to have to take a proper nebulizer with a puff at least twice or thrice a day. Today, you take her to Magica, you take her to any trekking. Walks faster than me without having to take her own puff as well. So that's how strong she herself is. In fact, my Nana's studies have even been passed on to the Harvard University. He had a 25%, only 25% of his heart working. In a year's time, without a bypass, he was in fact told to do a bypass. The percent of its working went up to 50%, and his own study was taken up as research. So yeah, that is the benefit, at least my family and I have faced with that.
That sounds quite interesting.
Yeah.
So in the beginning of the session, you were
Yeah.
mentioning about sitting straight, and so how important and what is the right way to sit, and how important it is to keep the spine erect.
Okay. So many of you all don't know this, but the spine is our essence of life. When we were only a cell, no, when we were not even completely made, we were just a small cell. There was a pink line that occurred in that cell, and that pink line was our spine. Okay. So before any part of our body, even before our brain, even before our heart, though we think that those two things are the most important, our spine occurred. Okay, so how like a tree branches out, like the tree branches out from its roots, so the roots then we branch out from them, we have branched out from our spine. Okay, in terms of the awareness, in terms of the physical, both ways our spine is the most important. Like you must have observed that a lot of people have like a curve in the spine, because of which they are one shoulder is up and one shoulder is low, so that's called
Yeah.
scoliosis. Or a lot of people have a disc degeneration, because again there is also those life tensions that you have. You have facing a lot of problems or any physical mental problems, all that tension gets stuck in your spine. That's why it's pulling your spine in different directions. You have that disc degeneration also because it's not able to take a certain load of the way you are living life. It's not just physical, it's never just physical. So it's very important to keep in mind that the spine is the essence of life. Again, um, also one of the very important aspects that I would say is like how we have the connection from the spine to our hands, to our legs. We also have to take care of our lungs, especially in the times of COVID. From our lungs, we are only breathing 33% right now. A normal average person only breathes 33%. But after doing the Sudarshan Kriya, you are increasing the lung capacity. You are increasing the content that your lung can take, the air content that your lung can take. In COVID, you must have found that a lot of people, whoever the reports that have come and everything that's come, it's paralyzing the lungs. It's affecting the lungs first after moving down to the throat. So people who are, in fact, the doctors who I know are like, I'm in touch with, who are working, they are practicing their Sudarshan Kriya every day. They're staying at the hotels and they're practicing their Sudarshan Kriya every day and then moving out to work. So increasing that lung capacity is very important in these times. Increasing the diaphragm capacity, the diaphragm lies here, okay, and it's the biggest muscle of your body. Again, increasing this expansion in this will help you, keep your organs also safe. It will help you get more oxygen in there, and it will help you keep your other organs also healthy. Yeah.
So Sudarshan Kriya really helps,
Yeah.
same was with me, so I'm a airline pilot, as most of the viewers know. So we
Yes.
have a very erratic work schedule, sometimes you wake up like 3 in the morning, some days you come
Right.
back at 2. So even I obviously practice it every day, the Sudarshan Kriya and the pranayams and meditation. And,
Right.
for me, it's like, just 20-30 minutes of meditation is like 5-6 hours of rest that actually a sleep gives.
Absolutely.
It's so
Absolutely.
refreshing and so re-energizing instantly.
Absolutely. Absolutely agree with
So
that whole concept, with the Kriya.
yeah, so we are doing this online happiness program. So it's from 8 to the 11th of this month, evening 5:30 to 7:30. So
Yes.
this is for the viewers. You can just get in touch with me on Messenger, and one of the volunteers would just leave a message with the numbers. You can contact us for the same, and
Absolutely.
don't miss this opportunity of learning the Kriya. Just come and experience what it is.
I mean, and especially that you're getting to do it from your own homes. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
most convenient way of, I mean, we had to travel and, like find a location where our course was happening and then, go at those certain times, keep ourselves free from our busy schedules. And now, I mean, you're relatively free. You're getting this such a healthy option from home. I mean, it's such a blessing to have this kind of a thing happening. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to the course as well. I mean, you can repeat the course. Whoever is watching, the viewers can repeat the course as well. It will be really interesting to see, how this works and what is your experience with the Sudarshan Kriya. Yes, for sure.